tax preparation can be an overwhelming task, especially if you are operating a small business and have complex tax requirements to meet. Thankfully, there are experts out there that offer tax consultation services that can help you through the process and make sure your taxes are filed correctly on time. Here's how to choose the right one for your situation and needs. Types of business entities. There are 3 types of business entities that you can choose from when setting up a small business: sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Depending on what kind of tax structure is most beneficial for your company, you may have different reporting requirements. For example, if you set up a sole proprietorship or a limited liability company, LLC, you'll need to report profits and losses in Schedule C or CEZ on Form 1040. Sole proprietorships and LLC are not required to pay taxes themselves. Instead, income from these businesses gets reported as part of an owner's individual tax return. Corporations are taxed separately based on their own financial performance during a given year. While there isn't necessarily one best type of entity to choose over another, because it depends so much on your personal situation, understanding all 3 options will help ensure you choose one that is right for you and your business goals. The basics of tax preparation. Just because you are starting a small business doesn't mean you have to get tax preparation yourself. Tax preparation is exactly what it sounds like. An accountant or company specializing in taxes will help you prepare and file your returns every year. Of course, there are many things that go into preparing tax returns. It's never just a matter of filling out a few forms and making a single payment. But with enough experience and specific training, even someone who lacks expertise in accounting can qualify as a professional tax consultant. The problem with tax preparation is that not everyone needs it. If you are an independent contractor and don't have employees, paying quarterly taxes on self-employment income may be optional. This can save you a lot of money in accounting fees, but if you want to be safe, you should still check with a tax consultant just in case. Expenses and costs. Tax consulting can get confusing. Should you do it yourself? What are all these deductions I can take? Unfortunately, taxes are one of those things that must be handled with care, but don't fret. With a little bit of information and planning, you can handle your own tax preparation. There are plenty of resources available online if you need help with specific issues. It is also worth looking into tax prep software to make filing as painless as possible. Tax deductions. If you're running a small business, there are many different expenses that could be considered tax deductible. To figure out if an expense is tax deductible, you need to consider whether it is an ordinary and necessary cost of doing business. For example, if you buy computers for your office, those purchases may not be tax deductible because they aren't essential to running your business. However, if part of what you do involves using social media to market or advertise your business, those activities may qualify as necessary deductions. Deductions versus credits. When preparing taxes, there are 2 main methods of reducing tax liability: claiming deductions and claiming credits. Both accomplish similar goals, reducing how much money you owe to Uncle Sam, but it's important that you know how each works and which one is best suited for your situation. A deduction reduces your taxable income, while a credit directly reduces what you owe on a dollar-for-dollar basis. If eligible, therefore, a credit is always preferable to a deduction, since it results in more take-home pay. Before you get started with tax preparation, it's essential to be well-versed in how self-employment taxes work. On Fiverr, you can find experienced tax consultants who can help guide you through tax preparation for your small business. A link to this section is provided in the description below. But if you are familiar with those rules, tax preparation can be much simpler than you think.